If you have an ant trail on your kitchen counter, a toilet ring that will not scrub off, a yellowed pillowcase you keep meaning to throw out, or a coffee maker that has slowly stopped working right, you have been wasting money. Every single one of those problems, plus 14 more I am about to show you, can be fixed with one product that sits in the laundry aisle of every grocery store. Has been there for over a century and costs about $7. The product is Borax, and the 18 uses I am going to walk you through will save the average household somewhere around $900 a year on stuff you are buying right now that you do not actually need. Some of these you may have heard of, most of them you have not. The single biggest one, number one, is the one that quietly saves homeowners more money than every other tip combined, and almost nobody outside of professional cleaners knows about it. Stay with me to the end because after the countdown, I am going to give you 3 things you should never use borax on, and one of them has ruined a lot of expensive countertops. 18, rescue a pot with burnt food welded to the bottom. You walked away from the rice or the chicken or the spaghetti sauce, and now there is a black layer glued to your stainless or enameled cookware that no sponge in your kitchen will touch. Throw away the steel wool. Fill the pot with hot water. Add 2 tablespoons of borax and bring it to a low simmer for 10 minutes. Take it off the heat and walk away for another 20. When you come back, the carbon layer has lifted off the metal and floats. One pass with a regular sponge and the pot looks new. A replacement saucepan costs $60. This costs about a dime. 17. Descale your coffee maker the right way. Hard water is the silent killer of every drip coffee maker, every Keurig, and every espresso machine in America. The official descaling kits the manufacturer sells you are a $4 bottle of mostly water sold for $18. Skip them. Dissolve 1 tablespoon of borax in a full reservoir, run 1 brew cycle through into the carafe, then run 2 cycles of clean water to flush the lines. Your machine will brew hotter faster and the coffee will actually taste cleaner. Do this every other month. 1 box of borax outlasts 20 descaling kits. 16. Erase the coffee and tea stains from your favorite white mug. The inside of your mug eventually turns brown. Most people reach for bleach, which works, but then leaves a chemical aftertaste in your next cup of coffee. Better idea. Wet the inside, sprinkle a half teaspoon of borax across the bottom, let it sit 10 minutes, and scrub it gently with a sponge. The brown lifts off in 1 pass and rinses out completely without any residue near what you are about to drink. Mug looks like the day you bought it. 15. Bring your shower head back from the dead. If your shower has slowly turned into a sad little drip over the years, the problem is almost never the pipes. It is calcium and lime scale plugging up the holes of the shower head. Unscrew it. Drop it into a bowl. Cover it with 1 cup of warm water, 2 tablespoons of borax, and 1 cup of plain white vinegar. Let it soak overnight. In the morning, scrub the holes with an old toothbrush. Rinse and screw it back on. Water pressure goes from dribble back to fire hose. New shower heads cost $40. This costs about a quarter. 14. Actually clean your window screens. Spraying screens with a garden hose looks like it is doing something. It is not. The pollen, dust, and pollen built up inside the mesh holes does not come out from water pressure alone. It just gets pushed sideways. Here is what works. Mix 1 tablespoon of borax into a quart of warm water. Dip a soft bristle brush and scrub the mesh from both sides. The grit comes out of the holes for real this time. Rinse with the hose. The view through your screens improves so much you will think they are new. 13. Lift the gray streaks off your stainless steel sink. The dark scuff marks all over your sink are not scratches. They are metal that transferred onto the steel from your pots, your pans, and your silverware sliding around. They are sitting on the surface, not embedded into it. Sprinkle borax onto a damp sponge and buff the marks in tight circles. Borax is just hard enough to lift the metal and just soft enough that it cannot scratch the steel underneath. Rinse, wipe dry. Your sink looks the way it did the day the contractor walked off the job. 12. Make your refrigerator actually stay fresh past 1 week. The open box of baking soda you put in the back of your fridge stops working after about 7 days. That is a fact. Borax keeps absorbing odors for 3 full months. Put a quarter cup of dry borax into a small open dish or into a paper coffee filter cinched with a rubber band, slide it to the back of the fridge, and forget it. Replace it every 3 months. The mystery old leftover smell that hits you when you open the door is gone for good. 11. Bring yellowed pillowcases back to white. The yellow staining on the inside of your pillowcases is a mixture of sweat, skin oils, hair products, and skincare residue. Regular detergent does not touch it. Bleach lightens it but eats through the fabric over time. The fix is simpler than either. Fill a sink with hot water, add a half cup of borax, drop the pillowcases in, and let them soak for 4 hours, then wash them normally. They come out as white as the day you bought them, without the fiber damage. Same trick fixes yellowed white t-shirts under the arms. 10. Brighten the grout between your bathroom tiles. Your grout has gone from white to gray to almost black, and replacing it is a $1,500 job. You do not have to replace anything. Mix borax with just enough warm water to make a thick paste, scoop it onto an old toothbrush, and spread it directly into the grout lines. Let it sit 15 minutes. Scrub, rinse. The grout brightens back to nearly the original color without any of the fumes bleach gives you in a bathroom with the door closed. 9. Kill the diaper pail and litter box smell at the chemical level. If you have a baby or a cat, you know the smell. By day 2, the bin is a cloud. What you are actually smelling is ammonia released from urea as it breaks down. Air fresheners just mask it, borax neutralizes it. Sprinkle a thin layer in the bottom of the pail or the litter box every time you change the liner or the litter. The bin will hold its scent for the full week, instead of going nuclear on day 3. 8. Take out mold and mildew on shower walls and silicone caulking. Those pink and black spots in the corners of your shower are mildew colonies feeding on soap residue, body oils, and humidity. Bleach kills the surface layer, and the mildew comes back in 2 weeks because the spores live deeper than bleach can reach. Borax disrupts the cell walls and dries out the residue underneath. Mix 2 tablespoons into 1 cup of warm water in a spray bottle. Spray the area, wait 10 minutes, scrub, and rinse. Mildew stays gone for 2 or 3 months instead of 2 weeks. 7. Clean stuffed animals and plush toys without putting them in the washer. Plush toys cannot survive a washing machine cycle, but they are quietly collecting dust mites, skin flakes, and bacteria. Drop the stuffed animal into a large plastic shopping bag with a quarter cup of dry borax. Seal the bag and shake it thoroughly so the borax coats every inch of the toy. Leave it sealed for 1 hour. Take the toy outside and brush or shake all of the powder off. The dust mites are dead, the odors are absorbed, the toy looks new, and nothing wet ever touched the fabric. 6. Get rust off cast iron without a sander. Cast iron is back in style, and people are picking up 60-year-old pans at estate sales that are covered in rust patches. Most of them think the pan is ruined. Almost never. Sprinkle dry borax onto the rusted areas. Take a damp piece of steel wool and scrub in tight circles. The borax lifts the iron oxide layer off the metal without grinding into the cast iron itself. Rinse the pan, dry it completely on a low oven setting, then re-season with a thin film of oil baked at 400 degrees. Rust gone. Pan good for another 50 years. 5. End a cockroach problem at the source. If you have ever flipped the kitchen lights on at midnight and watched roaches scatter, you know the over-the-counter sprays do nothing. They kill the ones you see, and the colony behind the walls keeps growing. Cockroaches travel along the same paths every night. Baseboards, behind the fridge, under the stove, behind the dishwasher. Dust a very thin layer of borax along those paths. Thin is the word. Pile it on and they detour around it. A light dusting sticks to their legs. They groom themselves, they contact other roaches, and the borax spreads through the entire colony. 2 to 3 weeks later, the infestation is over. Keep it well out of reach of any pets or kids. 4. Make your own laundry detergent for $4 a batch. This one is going to make you angry at every grocery store you've ever shopped at. The big detergent brands are charging you $25 for a jug that is mostly water with perfume in it. The actual cleaning ingredients are 3 things you can buy on one shelf. 1 cup of borax, 1 cup of washing soda, and 1 bar of Fels Naphtha laundry soap grated up. Mix them together dry. Store in a sealed jar, 2 tablespoons per load. One batch costs about $4 and washes between 40 and 50 loads. The recipe is older than every brand on the laundry aisle, and it works better than most of them. If these tips are saving you real money, hit subscribe and turn on the bell. I post a new one of these every week, and the next 2 on white vinegar and baking soda are going to save you even more than this one. 3. Erase the toilet bowl ring overnight while you sleep. If you have a hard water ring sitting just above the water line of your toilet bowl and it refuses to come off no matter what you spray on it, you have been doing it the hard way. Right before bed, pour 1 full cup of borax directly into the bowl. Do not flush, walk away. While you sleep, the borax breaks down the calcium scale and the iron staining that have been welded into the porcelain for months. In the morning, 1 pass with the toilet brush, then flush. The ring is gone. No scrubbing, no fumes, no harsh chemicals, no kneeling on a bathroom floor. 2. Permanently waterproof your outdoor wood against rot and termites. If you own a wood deck, a fence, a shed, or raised garden beds, you are losing about $200 a year to slow weather damage and insect attack that you cannot see until the wood gives way. Mix 1 cup of borax into a gallon of hot water and stir until it dissolves fully. Brush the solution onto any bare, unpainted wood, soak it in, let it air dry. The borax penetrates the wood fibers and makes the wood permanently resistant to rot, mold, carpenter ants, and termites. Reapply once a year on anything that takes weather. Pressure-treated lumber companies charge a premium for the exact same chemistry. You can do it on raw cedar or pine for under $3 a board. 1. Wipe out an entire ant colony in 14 days, including the queen. Spraying ants only kills the ones you see, and there will always be more tomorrow because spraying does not touch the colony. The colony is what you have to kill, which means the queen has to die. Here is the recipe. Mix 1 teaspoon of borax with 1 cup of granulated sugar. Dissolve both into a ½ cup of warm water. Soak 4 or 5 cotton balls in the solution. Place the cotton balls on small lids near the ant trails, counter edges, windowsills, baseboards, wherever they walk. The ants think they've found a food source. They drink and they carry the sweet liquid back to the nest. They feed it to the workers. They feed it to the larvae. They feed it to the queen. The borax disrupts their digestive system slowly enough that the entire colony is exposed before the deaths start. Within a week, the trail goes quiet. Within 2 weeks, the colony is dead. 1 $7 box of borax, no exterminator, no $300 service contract. The chemistry has not changed in 100 years, and neither has the result. Now the bonus before you close this video. 3 things you should never use borax on, because I have seen people learn this the expensive way. First, granite and marble counters. The alkalinity reacts with the calcium in the stone and leaves a permanent etched mark you cannot polish out. Stick to dish soap or stone cleaner. Second, hardwood floors. Same problem. The pH lifts the finish and discolors the wood underneath. Use a wood floor cleaner only. And third, anything that touches your skin or face. There are old internet posts telling you to make homemade lotion, eye wash, or mouthwash out of borax. Do not do that. Borax is great on surfaces, fabrics, drains, and pests. It does not belong on your body. That is 18 ways 1 $7 box replaces about $900 worth of products you would otherwise buy. Tell me in the comments, what is the one cleaning product you wasted the most money on before you found out there was a better way? I read every comment. Share this with somebody whose grandmother taught them to fix things instead of throw them away. They will thank you for it. And if you want the next 18 tips on white vinegar, which is going to take care of every problem this one missed, the next video is waiting for you right now.